You know this idea that happiness is in physical pleasure, or happiness is in money, or happiness is in status. That's not happiness. That's the happiness of cattle. Because what does an animal need to be happy? Only thing an animal needs to be happy is to be fed and to have its physical needs of all different types satisfied. The animal's happy. That, if the human being is like that, if the only type of happiness that the human being is looking for is physical happiness, you know, I eat, I sleep, and I satisfy my physical desires, so I'm good. That's the same as an animal. That human being becomes no different than an animal, because that's the same thing an animal needs. Similarly, an animal doesn't ask before it eats the plant, is this halal, right? The animal doesn't ask before it reproduces, or before, you know, if two animals are reproducing, they don't ask, is this halal? Are we married first? Let's go, you know, do nikah first, right? Animal doesn't go through that process. Animal has an urge, animal follows urge, right? There's no in-between pause to ask, is this allowed? Is this halal? Are we married? Is this okay? Right? Animal wants, animal takes. Do we have human beings who act like that? Yeah. We have human beings who act like that. I'm attracted to you. It doesn't matter if I'm married to you. It doesn't matter if you're the same gender. I'm attracted to you. I feel, I obey. I feel, I act. There's no question of morality for an animal, right? But when a human being acts that way, then we become lower than the animals, because an animal doesn't have the ability to look at morality, whereas we do. And if we aren't using that ability, we become lower than the animals. And if we do use that ability, we have the potential to be better than the angels. You know why? Because remember what we said about the angels. We said the angels don't have a choice, right? The angels don't have a choice in worshiping Allah, and you do. So if you use that choice, you have the potential to be better than the angels. But you also have the potential to be lower than the animals.